Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful. That is one of my favorite quotes from billionaire investor Warren Buffett. That guy knows a thing or two about investing. And guys, right now, I have to tell you that this last stimulus has absolutely crashed the real estate market in California. And on today's video, I'm going to tell you why. Let's do it. Hey, what's up, my friends? IAMDIMA. Thanks for tuning in to another video. And today we're talking about the crash of the real estate market in California caused by not only this last stimulus, but with everything going on in the economy. Let's jump right to it. So usually on my real estate market update videos, I'll dive into some charts and some graphs and a bunch of other good stuff. But today, I just want to talk about some common sense. You, me, and everyone else watching this video on YouTube. So I want you guys to think about what's happened in the last year. We had a pandemic which basically shut down the entire economy. Businesses were closed, schools were closed, unemployment went through the roof, and all of the other stuff that we've experienced. And yet, with all of that, the real estate market kept going up. The real estate market has continued to escalate to a fever pitch. I can't even explain to you how much of a fever pitch it is right now. Well, I can, and I will. Let me explain it, because that's what we do on this channel. So guys, I'm in the real estate business. We have a real estate sales team, and I talk to my agents every day, and here's what I am hearing from what's going on the streets. It is madness out there. First of all, right now, inventory is extremely low, at all-time low levels. And what I mean by that, if you're not familiar with the term inventory, is that there's a low supply of homes. There's no homes on the market. So when a buyer wants to buy a property, there are not many options. Imagine, if you will, you went to a shoe store and you wanted to buy a pair of shoes, maybe a pair of Jordans, which are my favorite, and there were 100 of you that wanted to buy a pair of Jordans and there was only one pair available. What would happen to the price of that shoe? If you guessed it would skyrocket, then you're absolutely right. And by the way, that does happen to Jordans all the time. Anyway, back to real estate. So what's happening is, because there are not a lot of homes on the market and there are a ton of buyers that want to buy those homes, the price of those homes is going up at a record pace. And buyers are now doing anything they can to try to purchase those homes. In fact, making offers with no contingencies, meaning like, we don't care what's up with the house, we don't care if it doesn't appraise, none of that matters, we just want to buy it for any price. In fact, I recently heard about a buyer that submitted an offer with the price blank, meaning, seller, just write in whatever price you want and we'll buy it. Guys, that is insanity, that is madness, and that cannot continue. You see, what goes up eventually must come down. I started in real estate in 2006-ish. And if you remember what happened in 2007, 2008, there was a huge real estate correction, or crash, I should say. And what caused that at that point was really the subprime mortgage market and the fact that anyone could get a loan. You really just needed a pulse, maybe not even a pulse at that time. You could get a loan for whatever amount you wanted, so people didn't care what they were paying. And that caused prices to skyrocket. Well, the same thing is happening right now, only this time it's not really because of subprime mortgages. Those aren't happening right now. But what's going on is that there are a lot of factors driving what is occurring. And let me go over some of those. So even though we had all of this unemployment because of the pandemic, interest rates have stayed extremely low, meaning money is essentially free. So people are not really worried about borrowing more because they see a low monthly payment. And so they think, well, another $10,000, another $20,000, another $50,000 over the asking price, that only means another $10 a month. Who cares? And so that's what's going on in terms of interest rates. Now, I want you to think about something else. We have had mortgage forbearances for so many people, meaning a lot of people are not paying their mortgage, no questions asked, and they're saving all of that money. Maybe they're buying investment properties with that money. Maybe they're doing something else with it. We've also had extensions after extensions on eviction moratoriums, on foreclosures. And so what you're seeing is that what should be happening in the real estate market, if none of this were occurring, is that you would be seeing a lot of foreclosures come on the market. You would be seeing people selling their homes because tenants are moving. But now none of that can happen. People can't evict their tenants because they're subject to all of these laws. Banks cannot foreclose on properties for the same reason. And so there's this huge glut of supply that's just kind of sitting there, but the demand is still there for houses because of the low interest rates. And so what you're getting is you're getting a perfect storm that's causing housing prices to inflate in almost every single market that I cover. But at the same time, guys, like I said, that cannot continue forever. It's happened before in 2006. It happened well before that. Maybe I wasn't a part of that one. But the real estate market and all these things in the economy go in cycles. And now that brings me to our latest round of stimmy, baby, the $1.9 trillion stimulus that is going out as we speak. Or maybe you're watching this video later and it's already gone out. But now so many people are getting these huge checks, guys. So think about it. $1,400 per person. Let's just say you're a family of 5 and you get $7 grand. Well, yes, I know a lot of people need that, but there's also a lot of people that qualify that maybe don't need it. Maybe they're employed, they have their job, everything's happening, and they're still getting the money. And so when you have things like that, what that causes, folks, is inflation, causes the price of goods to continue to go up higher and higher. And so then real estate is a great hedge against inflation. So is Bitcoin, by the way. And so people start pouring their money into real estate. And so you're seeing real estate prices go up as well because of that. So what all of this is causing, guys, bottom line, is it's causing an overinflation of the real estate market that is not sustainable long term. And so I am concerned definitely about the next year, two, about the real estate market and about what's going to happen to these prices. Now, you might be asking, what the heck does all this mean and what should I do? Well, let me get to the bottom line here. So look, if you're a buyer, if you're looking for a home right now and you're asking yourself, should I buy, should I wait? The answer really depends on your timeline and your time horizon for that property. If you're buying a home for yourself, for your family to live in for the long term, maybe 7+ years, 10+ years, I would say take advantage of the cheap money and go make it happen. If you're buying something for a year or two that you're thinking you may need to trade out of, I would be very cautious and very concerned because we don't know. If you look at the long-term history of real estate prices over 7+ years, they've always done very, very well. If you look over a 1, 2, 3 year period, you just never know. If you're an investor, maybe you're a flipper, a wholesaler, maybe you're buying to do a quick fix and flip, just be cautious about the price you're paying because, again, this is not sustainable. And at some point, every bubble must burst. Now, what if you're a seller? Well, if you're a seller, go take advantage. Get all the money you can for your house. There's a lot of great strategies and great ways to get top dollar for your property when you sell it. We do a lot of that on our real estate team. You can book a consultation. Check that out on my website for sure. The question for most sellers, though, is where do you go? What do you trade up into? And we've also helped a lot of people with that, but that's really the biggest concern. Now, a lot of people, of course, are moving to other areas. I'm in California, baby, and a lot of people are leaving for greener pastures in Texas and Florida and places like that. And that's driving home prices up in those states. All my friends in Texas are calling me saying, no more, stay in California, because our home prices and our real estate market is becoming like California and we don't want it. But that's what's going on, you guys, and that's the reason why this latest stimulus is really crashing the real estate market. Maybe not today, but it's coming, folks. So be cautious, be careful, and remember that Warren Buffett quote. As always, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Follow me over on your favorite social media channel. Text me. And you guys, we got some new DIMA merch down below. Check it out. We got sweaters, we got hoodies, we got t-shirts, all kinds of good stuff. Whether you love California, you hate California, you just want to show your support for the channel or other stuff, we got all kinds of goodies down there. So check that out. Support the channel. Get some of your favorite merch and wear it. I need to get some. I got samples on the way so that I can wear it on the videos and show it off. But anyway, guys, thanks again for tuning in. I'll catch you on the next video.